Hey everyone, welcome back. In today's video, I had an amazing conversation with a passionate tutor on EnglishYaari platform. We explored how English movies can be one of the smartest and best ways to improve your English. We shared our preferences, our learning styles as well. So if you're a beginner or someone who wants to level up their English, then you do not want to miss this video. By the end of this video, you might get a brand new way to learn English. So let's dive in.
So, hi, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing quite good. And what about you? I hope everything is okay there.
Yes, I'm doing great, and it's so good to start my morning with you, like the productive morning.
I'm so glad that you chose me for today's session. And Sunita, right?
Yes,
Yes. So, Sunita, since this is our first class, I would want to know a little about you. So, where are you from?
I'm from Uttarakhand.
Uttarakhand. Okay. And where
Mhm.
exactly in Uttarakhand?
I am from Chamoli district. Have you heard of
Chamoli.
it?
I have, yes. I have.
Hmm.
But I don't think I've ever got a chance to visit Uttarakhand. Yeah.
But is
Uh,
it in your bucket list?
It is, yes. Uttarakhand is there, though I don't know when it would happen because I used to live in North, but now
Hmm.
I'm settled in Kerala.
So you're originally from north or south?
I'm from South. I am from
Okay.
Kerala, but I
Mhm.
was born and raised in Delhi.
All right.
Yeah,
That's why you look mix of both, actually. Combination of both.
right. So I
Mhm.
spent about 25 years of my life in Delhi, and after I got married, I shifted to Kerala, and it's been almost 5 years now.
Okay, lovely, lovely. And like visiting Kerala is in my bucket list actually.
Ah, okay. So do you like to travel a lot?
I don't like to travel a lot, but I want someone to pick me up from one place and drop at another. But I really
Right.
love visiting places, but traveling part I don't like. But
Mm-hmm.
yes, Kerala has, mesmerizing beauty. I would say the coconut trees, beaches, and everything. Never visited beaches actually till now. So I'm
Ah,
really
okay.
fascinated about visiting one because I've always been in mountains. That's
Mm,
why beaches are something that is really fascinating to me.
right. So you should definitely check out Varkala Beach because it is
Mhm.
considered as one of the best or cleanest beaches here in Kerala, at least.
Okay, okay, definitely. So I'm just waiting when this thing will come true.
Right. And are you working?
I'm not working, but like being a YouTuber is working.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
because
Uh-huh.
I am a YouTuber.
Right.
So I can say that I'm working, right?
Yes, definitely. You
Uh-huh.
can say that you're working because, um, it doesn't have to be something that you do outside, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
something that you are spending your time, your efforts on.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely, you can say that you're a YouTuber.
Mm-hmm. And I'm working towards my passion.
Yeah.
Right.
So, what's the name of your YouTube channel?
It's Sunita's English Adventure. Actually, I run
Okay.
two YouTube channels. First
Ah,
one is Sunita's English Adventure. The second one is Dear Listeners.
okay. Sounds interesting. I love the name, dear listeners.
Yes.
So, what is the difference between the two? What kind of
Mhm.
content do you put out?
So on the first one, I post videos like
Mm-hmm.
visuals, and on the second one, I just post audio for listening practice of learners.
Okay. So
Hmm.
which one did you start first?
Sunita's English Adventure. That is more
Okay.
about conversational videos, blogs in English, and informative reels.
Okay. So what made you start another channel just for listening
Mhm.
purpose?
Actually, people were complimenting me a lot on my voice, and
Yeah.
so I also realized that yes, there is some magic in my voice. So I thought of starting another channel because I always wanted to sound like RJ, radio
Ah,
jockey.
ah.
So in that direction, I started that YouTube channel, and
Mhm.
I guess it's been around a couple of months there on that channel, and I have gained around 1,000 subscribers, around 1,000 subscribers. So people are
Oh.
really loving it because
Uh-huh.
they really want one stop solution for their listening practice actually, because
Hmm.
sometimes they struggle finding the right content for them. to have their
Mm-hmm.
listening practice. So this is one stop for them where they get
Right.
variety of content that I narrate in my own voice, so that they also feel comfortable listening in my voice. And I try to be clear as I can
Mm-hmm.
through my speech or through my idea. So
Mm-hmm.
this is what I
Right.
intend to provide through that channel.
So, what kind of content do you provide on your second one, dear listeners? I mean, do you narrate stories or yeah?
Mhm. Sometimes I narrate stories, sometimes I provide tips related to English. The other times I would simply talk about some burning issues that people
Mhm.
are facing, like being
Okay.
alone or procrastination, manifestation, and all those things, like whichsoever is in trending or whichsoever people can relate with.
Right. Uh-huh. I definitely would want to, add on to this. Your voice, it's quite, it has something different, not something that you get to hear every day. Your
Hmm.
sound has, like you said, a magic in it. So why don't you try voiceover roles, something like that?
Hmm.
Have you explored that aspect?
Once I tried exploring voiceover opportunities, but somehow I was not able to understand I mean, how does this
Right.
market actually work? So
Uh-huh.
I was not able to understand that, so left it there only. But
Okay.
after that, I never tried for it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But there are so many, channels where they need someone to actually narrate the stories, especially
Hmm.
that are meant for kids.
Hmm.
So if you have that, ability in you to work on your voice modulation, especially for kids' books, you can try that out, perhaps.
Hmm. Right, right.
Yeah.
I would definitely explore it once again, because that time I didn't have much idea about all these things. But now
Right.
I can definitely search on YouTube, like what are the
Mm.
ways to find a job for yourself.
Right. And even if not, even if you're not looking for an opportunity, through
Hmm.
your channel itself, you can try and read out books or stories meant for
Hmm.
kids. Because these days, what I've been seeing is there are a lot of channels for young adults, for working professionals. But for kids, it's mostly these stories that we have. I don't
Hmm.
think I've come across any channel that is specifically focusing on the listening part of the
Hmm.
kids. So maybe you can, narrate a story, but have that voice modulation aspect,
Hmm.
when you
Right,
talk
right.
from different characters' perspectives.
But I
So
believe to attract kids, actually, voice is not
visual,
enough, right?
yeah,
You need some
visual picture,
effects, visuals, and
right.
a lot of modulation in your voice that I don't
Hmm.
have till now.
Okay, right. So this is
I'm
like
good
a
for adults.
next level that I was suggesting. So,
Right.
like you rightly pointed out, for kids, it's important that we show some sort of a visual aspect, because if you're the only one speaking, they will not listen. So,
Hmm.
while narrating, if you have props in your hand, that's quite helpful,
Right,
right?
right.
But if it's something that you're not interested in, then
Hmm.
you don't have to do that. But I was just giving you options.
Right, right. Thank you so much for that. But let me tell you, I'm interested in a lot of things, but it's just that your routine or your responsibilities don't allow you to do everything that you want to do,
Right. Uh-huh.
right? So that's
Okay.
why I'm just trying, juggling between two to three things now, and
Mhm.
I'm even finding this thing difficult to manage. So I'm
Mm.
not thinking of accommodating more work for myself.
Right. I understand.
Mhm.
And do you have anything specific in your mind for today's session, or do you want to go ahead with session notes? Anything
Yes, we can go
to
ahead with that.
discuss?
Mhm.
Okay. So, before we begin, I do want to know, since when have you been running your YouTube channel, the first one?
It's been around 10 months now. I started in
Right.
August last year.
Okay. And how is it
Mhm.
going?
It's going really well. We are now a family of around 21,000 subscribers.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
That's a huge number. So within 10 months, if you're able to get 21,000, that speaks volumes because
Mhm.
that means something is there in your content that people are liking, right?
Right. I'm also astonished to see such growth in such a short span of time, because I'd never imagined this
Uh-huh.
thing, even in my dreams, actually. So I'm so
Right.
thankful, so grateful to each and every one of my subscribers, I must say.
Right. So, Sunita ma'am, so in today's session, we are going to talk about your favorite movie genre.
Hmm.
So, what do you personally like to watch? Are you a movie buff? Are you someone who likes to watch movies?
No, I'm not a movie buff, or you can say that if I get time,
Uh-huh.
then I could be a movie buff, but it's just because of the responsibilities or the workload, I'm not able to get a lot of time to watch movies. But
Right.
if I get some time for watching movies, I would always prefer movies based on true life events because that really fascinates me.
Mm-hmm.
uh, because you know it has some kind of magic in it, some kind of power that you feel
Mm-hmm.
that while watching that this thing actually happened, like you that goes in your mind that oh my god, this actually happened and I'm watching
Right.
real stuff, it's not fictional. So that's why I
Mm-hmm.
really like movies based on true life events.
Right, exactly. You're visualizing an event that actually happened in the past.
Right.
So it's like revisiting history,
Right.
right?
I'm not if we talk about history, so what comes to my mind is those king
Historical events.
long
Um,
ago.
when
But
we say history, it
mhm,
doesn't have to be in the distant past. It could
right,
be
right.
even your most recent ones.
Uh-huh.
I know
Right.
when we hear the word history, it feels like you're talking about the era of kings and queens, right?
Right, right, right.
But anything in the past, you can
Mm-hmm.
talk of it as history.
Mm-hmm. And one movie I want to mention that really had a great impression on me.
Mhm.
The name of the movie was Norway. Have you watched that? Norway?
I think I've heard of it.
Mm-hmm. It's a
Norway.
Bollywood movie actually.
Oh, I,
And
I
Rani Mukherjee was in lead role.
okay. What is it
Mm.
about?
That was about like she used to live in Norway, and then she had her two kids, and like they had some rules there
Right.
that you have to
Yeah.
take care of your kids in their way. Like they had some rules and regulations, so you have to comply by that rules and regulations.
Right.
So they used to come to their house to investigate or to scrutinize is the right word,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Scrutinize.
So they come there.
Basically, yeah. They were actually trying to sabotage whatever she had built for herself.
Mm-hmm.
She was the thing with that. So don't think it's called Norway. It's Mrs. Chatterjee, something like
Right, right, right.
that, right?
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I can't recall the exact title, but I think it sounded something like that.
Uh-huh.
So the basic premise of the movie was that in that particular movie, you are supposed to, I mean, the government there, what they do is they already have that system in place where they have to have certain number of kids in the foster system. So the
Mm-hmm.
more they get into the system,
Mm-hmm.
they kind of earn commission out of it, right?
Right, right.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's how, even though they knew that she wasn't really doing anything to harm her kids, but
Mm-hmm.
they still went ahead and they did all of that to her. So
Right.
just so that they can, perhaps earn
Mm-hmm.
commission out of it.
Right.
I
But
mean,
that was
that's.
really heart-wrenching. Like something of this kind happened in real. And
Hmm.
I literally cried during the scene when, they were simply snatching her kids from her.
Right.
They simply flew away. Kind of,
Right.
right? So that was really very painful. I watched that movie. I mean, I gave full watch time to that movie. Otherwise, I don't. I watch in
Uh-huh.
bits and pieces. But
Right.
that movie was something I still remember, although not the whole storyline. But yes, it had a great impression on me.
Yes, the entire family was torn apart, and even in fact, in real life, I guess the couple they also underwent divorce,
Hmm.
and later on, yes, I think they got separated. Is what is shown in the movie as well, if I recall
Hmm.
it right. It's been a long time since I last watched it,
Hmm.
so yeah, I
Right.
can remember it in bits and pieces.
Right. Right. Same here. I have a very bad memory, actually.
Okay, but I must say your vocabulary, it's quite good. The way that you are expressing yourself, your sound, it's quite good. You sound quite polished. A lot
Hmm.
of
Thank
times
you.
what I see is there are a lot of learners, a lot of YouTubers too, who are learners in a way. They are working on their language as well, along with helping other learners. But in your case, your speech, it's quite polished, right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm
So
also
it's
working upon this actually. At
uh-huh.
times, I also find myself in a very struggling situation where I don't know about the topic. I don't have much of vocabularies, but for this topic, I think I have enough vocabularies. That's why.
Right, it happens.
Right?
And sometimes you'll also notice that even though you're
Mhm.
fluent, you might end up committing one or two errors here and there. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, for instance, in your case, what I noticed was two things that came to my mind was first one, vocabularies. Vocabulary. We don't say
Mm-hmm.
it in plural sense. Vocabulary.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Vocabulary encompasses everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
The words. So it's like you can say like a collective thing, just like
Mm-hmm.
we say team or staff, which is
Mm-hmm.
collective in nature. So vocabulary. We don't say vocabularies.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first
So
thing.
for both single or plural, we'll say vocabulary.
Vocabulary. Right.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, vocabulary,
Sometimes. Mm-hmm.
yeah, vocabulary generally tends to talk about plural sense.
Okay.
If you're talking about a specific word, then you just use a word, a
Mm-hmm.
word. That's it. But
Mm-hmm.
vocabulary means a group of words that you're learning.
Mm-hmm.
So, for instance, if you want to improve your vocabulary, you can start with learning about emotions related
Mm-hmm.
vocabulary.
Right.
Now,
Right.
here we are talking about all the vocabulary words
Mm-hmm.
that are related to this concept.
Okay, got it. Sometimes people use it together, like vocabulary words. Is that right?
Vocabulary words, it's okay, I guess. That's what I have
Mm-hmm.
also heard. Don't
Mm-hmm.
feel that it's problematic. I'm not really
Mm-hmm.
sure. But yes, it's there in common use.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right.
Another word that I have come across is alphabet and letter,
Mm-hmm.
right? People use it interchangeably,
Right. Right.
especially people who have young kids who are
Mm-hmm.
teaching these kids letters. Now, we often say that alphabets, we are learning alphabets A, alphabet
Mm-hmm.
A, B. That's actually wrong again, because alphabet basically means letters A to Z. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so English alphabet will be always in singular form.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, letters means letter A, letter B, letter C, like that.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas alphabet means it's a group from A to Z.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right.
Am I confusing you?
No, no, you're not confusing. I'm so startled that how come you are so knowledgeable about, such deep knowledge you have about English.
That's because I'm also dealing with young kids.
Uh-huh.
So I work here as a spoken English trainer, plus I'm also working as a phonics trainer. I
Oh.
teach phonics to kids from 3 to almost 9 years of age. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why these intricacies of pronunciations and how exactly we use these different terms, again, phonics and phonetics,
Mm-hmm.
it's used interchangeably, which is again different.
Right, right.
So whenever I have to explain the difference between alphabet and letter, what comes to my mind is alphabet is like a class. We
Mm-hmm.
don't say my son is in classes 5B. My son is in class 5B. So
Mm-hmm.
class is like alphabet, and within that class, you have so many students, which are the letters.
Okay.
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 And if you're saying alphabets, that
Mm-hmm.
means English alphabet, Greek alphabet, Hindi alphabet, any other language together.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we can consider alphabet as a topic, and you have different letters
Yes,
within it,
right.
right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, nice. So can we talk a little about how to learn English from movies? Like, how do you do it?
Right. So let me be honest with you. When
Mm-hmm.
I started watching English movies, I think it would be during the pandemic time because I think I try to keep myself far away from English movies just because the accents were not very clear to me. Right? I was okay with Indian English, but American English and the other kinds of accents that we have, it was quite difficult for me to get initially. So I think during pandemic was the time when we had that time and space to actually sit and watch things. Right. So for me, I think I started with Friends. It was easier to relate to, and I use subtitles, of course. So initially, I went ahead with subtitles and I gradually immersed myself into that accent. So that's how you pick up on things. And it's not just with English, any language that you're trying to learn, you need to immerse yourself in that. Right. So, whenever I give any sort of suggestions or advice to my learners, what I tell is if you're trying to learn from movies, then first of all, if you're a beginner, then go ahead with Indian English, right? Watch movies that have perhaps English dialogues in them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Indian movies.
Mm-hmm.
Second one, after once you're clear with that, then go ahead with British English, perhaps. British accent is much more closer to our Indian accent, right? Because the pronunciations are similar.
Mm-hmm.
So British English will be much more easier to pick. Then go ahead with the other accents, like
Mm-hmm.
American accent, Australian accent. Australian is again at times confusing.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you talk about British accent, again, British in itself has different accents, right? Ireland has a different accent, and we have mm, I used to talk to people from UK, and they used to tell me all about these different types of accents, and they
Mm-hmm.
told me that even we face struggles while talking to people from different parts of Great Britain.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the things that we have to keep in mind. So for someone who is trying to learn from movies, pick the things that you're able to understand initially, and
Mm-hmm.
then gradually move on to things that you don't know,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's true for anything. If you're reading a book, always go with the books that have 90% of vocabulary that you already know, right? Otherwise, you would lose interest in that book. Every time you will
Right.
be looking up that word in the dictionary or you will Google it up, it will gradually take that reading interest out of you. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
whenever you choose something, it's important that it should be of your interest and it should be something that's understandable for the
Mm-hmm.
first step. Then
Mm-hmm.
gradually you move on to the next step.
Right.
Now, personally, I love Harry Potter movies. Now, that is according to my interest,
Mm-hmm.
right? But if I suggest it to someone, they might not like it. So go according to your interest, what you are interested in. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And on YouTube, there is this channel, Learn English with Movies, I think. It has a lot of different clippings from movies that you
Mm-hmm.
can watch, and they also explain the vocabulary that has been used in the
Mm-hmm.
movie clippings. So that's again quite interesting, and you can learn from it.
Mm-hmm.
So, anything else that you are looking forward to from
Yes,
movies?
I need a help if you can. Like, I'm really interested in watching movies which have Indian characters or Indian actors, actresses, but they speak English, right?
Right,
So many a times I get shots related to these movies. So I look for that movie, but somehow I'm not able to find where can I watch all these kind of movies, because when I
right,
subscribe to Netflix, most of the movies are from foreign actors or actresses, right?
right,
So
right.
sometimes I lose interest because I'm not able to relate with their culture or whatever they say. Like they use a lot
Mm,
of slang words, and then somehow we are not able to relate with that and not able to
right,
connect. But Indian, like when we see some Indian speaking in English, right? And then speaking similar kind of things that we speak on daily basis in Hindi, maybe. But then you're able to relate, and then you're able to learn a lot of things from that movie. So
right.
any idea where can we get these kind of movies?
That would actually require a lot of research. But I think there is this movie called as Life is Pink, something like that. Priyanka Chopra's movie.
Mm-hmm.
Where I think the movie is based out of India. I'm not sure which place exactly. I think it's somewhere in the US. And the movie is Indian, but the dialogues are mostly in English,
Mm-hmm.
is what I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I have seen it way back, maybe 2, 3 years, or even more than that.
Mm-hmm.
So, Life is Pink or something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So movies like these, which has characters like Priyanka Chopra's movies, you can try and pick her recent ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
I got a few
that's
on
the only.
Netflix as well, but
Okay.
sometimes some movies really fascinates you. I mean, I watched one clip of a movie where there were Suresh Babu, Ramesh Babu, something like that. So that really
Okay.
was really that movie was really the clip was really funny to me, and the English was also nice there. So I
Okay.
wanted to watch that movie, but somehow I was not able to find the right platform to watch that movie.
Okay. Um, you can try, if you know the name of the movie, you can try and
Mhm.
check which platform it is on.
Mhm.
But again, it's very difficult to
Right.
subscribe to each and every OTT
Mhm.
platforms.
Right, right.
See if it's available on YouTube. That's the only thing that can be done.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Definitely.
um, then English movies like those, but again it has majorly, I think, Hindi in it, but then there are a lot of
Mhm,
things related to English and English learning.
mhm,
So this is best suited for beginners who are getting comfortable with English. So English for English, I recently watched the movie, it's good.
mhm,
um, the other one that I said, Life is Pink, something like that. It's Priyanka Chopra's movie.
Yes, I got.
So that is again, I think it's watchable. I forgot what it is about, but I
Hmm.
remember it's again based outside India. So movies like those you can watch. But in your case, Sunita, what I would suggest is you can go ahead and try and experiment with different genres. For instance, personally, I am interested in watching crime series or medical series. So these days I'm watching 911, which is I think it's an American series. It talks about emergency responses and how exactly the emergency services in US works, and it has a lot of cases that are relatable, right? Plus, at the same time, it talks about how exactly these emergency services work
Hmm.
and their life and
Right.
the sacrifices that they give up, all of those things, sacrifices that they make.
Hmm.
So these kind of things, if you are into that, you can
Yes,
watch it.
yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Then
That's
Chicago
my
Med.
taste.
Oh, okay. Chicago
Hmm.
Med is good. And another series that I'm watching is Resident Alien. Now, I am interested in watching Alien.